Hi, I'm Fern Halper, and I'm the TDWI Research Director for Advanced Analytics. I'm here at the Las Vegas World Conference with Mike Lampa, who's from Archipelago Information Systems, and we're here to talk about analytics and advanced analytics. So hi, Mike.
Hey, Fern.
And my first question for you is, how do you define advanced analytics?
I think first thing I do when I define advanced analytics is really get it broken down. Analytics has become quite amorphous as a term. So I break it down into four modes. The descriptive analytics, which tells us how things are going and what has happened, usually manifested in visualizations and dashboards and reporting and those things of that sort. And then diagnostic analytics, which gets into starting to do a little mining into the data and detecting something new, up into the predictive and prescriptive analytics, where now I'm starting to act upon hypotheses that have come out of the diagnostic mode and see if I can prove out a causal relationship, and then from there make a recommendation for change based on future assumptions. So when I see advanced analytics, I kind of start from the diagnostic analytics up through the predictive and prescriptive analytics.
Oh, okay. All right. That's interesting. Yeah. And what about what your customers are doing, your clients are doing with advanced analytics? Have they jumped on the bandwagon, and what are they up to?
So there's different levels of adoption across industries and within functions or departments within companies in those industries. I think overall there's not a holistic buy-in where a lot of companies are starting to ingrain advanced analytics, doing a lot of predictive decision, data-driven decisioning as part of their business process decisioning, where it's part of their DNA and culture. There's not a lot of that yet. I'm starting to see research coming out from yourselves as well as other the typical research institutions saying that they're proving company after company that they're getting anywhere from 5 to 6 better competitive performance by augmenting the instinctive wisdom of experience decision-making processes with data-driven, quantifiable, quantitative analysis that has proven out causal relationships and making some distinct recommendations to affect the execution of process. And the companies that are starting to do that are starting to see just some significant competitive advantage versus their peer groups. From a technology standpoint, where I'm seeing is those diagnostic tools, those self-service data discovery platforms, I'm seeing more and more companies use them for much more than visually rich dashboards. They're using them to detect those next aha moments, those candidate hypotheses that they can then feed into the data science world to do those predictive models, as well as they're using those tools to really drive out complex logic around integrations or data quality rules or master data management match-merge rules very effectively before they have to make those deeper investments.
Interesting. Yes. Yeah, no, that's what we're seeing. Well, predictive analytics, I'm saying it's in the mainstream, but it's early mainstream.
Yes,
that's basically, and in terms of operationalizing it, that's also starting, and more companies are going to be doing it, and that's what should be done, because what good is data without analytics? What good is analytics without action? So I agree with you. Right. But there are challenges. What do you see as some of the top challenges that your clients are facing with predictive and advanced analytics?
By far, the challenges are predominantly not in the technology. I think number one, it's the shifting of the culture and the mindset. Getting that evangelization, getting that chief analytic officer kind of role into the organization. That's a gifted storyteller that creates this environment of freely sharing your information and collaborating on more effective ways and getting out on the edge, making some innovative bets, and then proving it with those models, and then celebrating those successes and owning the failures, because those failures have a lot of learnings behind them. So culture is definitely number one issue. The other is getting organizations to kind of turn how they're doing their analytics and not focus so much on thinking that data is the end, but it's the means. It's really focusing more on what are the business functions I'm looking to optimize, and focus in on wrapping that data towards an understanding of the processes and activities, and merging things together like internal process improvement teams having them start to collaborate very closely with the analytics teams, because those process improvement teams are identifying data points that identify the performance of an activity, those value streams, right? And bringing that together as part of the enrichment of the predictive modeling, understanding how the company's actually engaged versus how you think they're engaged. When all you're looking at is the performance of the enterprise based on revenues and profit and productivity and quality, but also looking at how are people getting the work done, so that I can do indeed more with a leaner operation expense. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's true that's what we see also. It's technology, sure, that has its challenges, but it's the culture, the organization, all of those issues that we're actually looking at in more depth. And we're going to be having a number of TDWI events around analytics, and we'll be addressing a lot of the organizational and cultural issues and what it actually takes to succeed. So thanks so much for talking to me. And that's signing off from Las Vegas.